our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Yes, I'm chilly. I'm putting my blanket on. Welcome to School Through Spirit. This is DeEtte, your host on the Edge Network. Good morning, Tim. This is a show where we come together just to kind of talk about some consciousness, light some lives, using it through spirit and those things directed by spirit. So that being said, we are here every Monday morning, rain or shine, holidays or not, because holidays quite frankly, I record. I want to let you know we're doing another special edition soon, which will be a Tuesday morning show of an interview. I can't remember the name. Oh my gosh. Guys, my brain is fried today. But we are having a special edition. I do believe it is mid-June. As we get closer to that date, I will let you know. And we're hoping to do more of those special editions, along with not just reviewing tarot cards, but reviewing some products. Can you imagine? Just reviewing some products, bringing it out and showing you guys what I do like, what I don't like, what I think of things, trying to be as honest as I possibly can. Because quite frankly, I don't like to hurt people, but just kind of bringing it in and saying, oh my gosh, here it is. And letting people know there's more out there than what we normally get at the local Walmart or something. So, guys, our 5-card stud today is the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I'm looking at this picture and I'm already in love with it. I can't even tell you. And I feel like I've been waiting a month to open this deck. So I cannot wait to open it. This is one because it is a tarot deck. I'm going to probably use the book a little bit just because every tarot deck, although, yeah, a queen's a queen and a spade's a spade and all that wonderful stuff. But sometimes they like to put their own little spin on it. And with these, we might be going to the book a little bit. So there's that. I wanted to let you know, a good friend of mine, his family, there we go. We're doing a fundraiser for Daniel Klaus and his family. His daughter found out she had bone cancer this last week and she started chemotherapy. I've interviewed Dan. You guys gotten to know Dan on the School Through Spirit page. You can go back to his interview. Maybe I can bring that up from the archives and share it for you guys to remind you who he is. He is a man that, quite frankly, guys, I was dumbfounded because he's my friend and I've met him, and I'm not a Googler of people because I really want to get to know people just as they are. And I was blown away when I found out he was a producer of Deathwalker, Nick Groff. He does, and he's also the owner of Hinsdale House. He does so much for the community. I mean, behind the scenes that so many people don't even know that he does. I will tell you what, he's a gem, and so isn't his family. So we are really doing all that we can to try to, oh my God, hello, Elise. Excuse me, to raise money so that, they can kind of step back from their jobs and help cover medical bills just to help their daughter get through. Honey, guys, she has been a gymnast. She's just a gem of a girl. And to find out you have bone cancer so young is just, it's incredible. And I might have said leg cancer. I apologize, but it is bone cancer. They found it in the leg when she was having some pain in the leg. So you can always go to my Facebook site. During the break, maybe I will find the GoFundMe, put that on there so you guys can see that. And if you cannot donate, that's okay. Share it. Get it to those people that can donate. Oh my God, so much. I know. I always want to show the magazine on the Edge Network because I am in the Edge. And guess what? The new edition is out. The new edition is getting sent out. And I cannot wait until I get my box, which I think is coming this week, to show you the new magazine next week. You can usually find me on the last page. I know other people are like, why do you want the last page? I want the last page. Why? Because where else are you going to go for your reading for that 2-month period of time? Go get your reading, guys. So you can always go to the edge of your local drop spot. If you don't have any local drop spots near you, but you have stores that you go to, holistic stores, tattoo parlors, wherever. I mean, we don't care. We want to get the message that we are out there. We are doing all that we can for the holistic community. So please do me a favor, tell them, hey, you can go to the edge and you can become a drop spot, and that is totally free. They get their magazines for free. They give them away for free. It's a no-brainer. In the magazine, I know you're going to go, how do we support the magazine if it's always free? Well, 2 ways. One is if you want it at your, hey, have a great day, Keith. One is if you, well, I can't say this is supporting because it's not, because if you want to drop to your doorstep, you can. It is small shipping and handling charge, but really it's not that expensive. Or if we have a lot of people that it's our directory for all holistic people, ads, directory, things of that nature. That's how we support the magazine. Magazine really isn't making money, guys. So it's not about bringing the buck in and doing all that. It's about supporting the community, uplifting the community, and allowing people to find their way to other members of the community. And that's what the magazine's about. So trust me when I say this magazine's not making like millions of dollars. It's definitely not that type of a magazine, but it is uplifting the community. So with that being said, guys, let's go to the book, because we know I love my book. We love my book. So, a little bit more to read today, a little bit more, but look at those pictures. I'm in love with these pictures. Sometimes simple pictures are the best pictures. I won't even lie. And I'm not quite sure if I have the right glasses for this today or not. So we're going to see. I might have to hold the book a little bit further away. Yeah, that'll work. Don't you love it when we get older? Our eyes get a little older. It's never good. Excuse me. It says, release your negativities. Release your negativities. The essential truth. Feelings are neither negative nor destructive. They are simply truths. How you express your truth is what matters. You cannot take responsibility for how well another accepts your truth. You can only ensure how well it is communicated. With love, compassion, sensitivity. So express what you call your most negative feelings, but not destructively. Remember that negativity is never a sign of ultimate truth, even if it seems like your truth at the moment. It always arises out of an unhealed part of you, which is why it is so important to get these negatives out, to release them. Failure to express, that is, push out negative feelings, does not make them go away. It keeps them in. Negativity negativity kept in harms the body and burdens the soul. Oh my gosh. This to me is huge. Why? Because I talked a lot about it this weekend. It seemed like a lot of readings I did this weekend, not all of them, but a lot of the readings were all about healing, allowing things out, allow things to get out of you. And this one, I need more lotion, guys. Excuse me. Although I've been using this for how long, you guys have been watching me on this. And I think it's funny because as I'm trying to talk and bring this out, you can hear me coughing. You can hear me just kind of getting caught in my throat chakra. And why is that? Because I got those inside of me. And letting them out is the only way we can do it. And when you're talking about this, there's a few things that really are hitting my brain. My brain is just kind of going boom, boom, boom all over the place. It's rapid firing everywhere. And I want to say the first thing is releasing negativity. Releasing the negative, or what you deem is negative. Okay, what you deem is negative. I'm not saying that you need to walk up to everybody and say, oh my God, your butt is huge. Nothing like that. Nothing. These are not opinions, guys. These are not opinions. These are things that we feel that are negative from ourselves. I find a lot of times, and I'm just going to use the example of readings. A lot of times things come into my mind with a reading. And instantly, in a moment, I'm like, oh, this is going to be negative. And I have to go, okay. I have to let go of the fact that, number one, I feel it's negative. It might be a negative in my day today, just like they said, the truth of today. If it had come up to me 5 or 10 years ago, it would have been my life. And it would have been negative. It would have been like, oh, that's the truth of life right now. Today, because I'm not in those spaces anymore, it feels more negative. And like when I have to deliver a message that feels a little bit more negative, I like to hold that in. I don't want to deliver it. I go, oh, no, 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 I don't want to do this. But then Spirit's like, just let it out. Just let them have it. And I tell them, this one's a little bit harder for me to deliver, but then I'll state the message. And I will tell you what, every single time it is met with, no, it's truthful. I'm glad you've given me that. So it's something that I perceived as negative, not them. And a lot of times negativity is our own perception. It is the way we look at things. It's the way we feel about something. It's not somebody else's. And honestly, it's only a negativity because of where you're at in your life at that moment. Now, what also comes to me is the truth of, and when I say in that moment, is that, I've had a book in me for a very long time, and it's outlined. I haven't written it yet, but it's outlined. And the Spirit has told me, don't worry, when it's ready, it's going to fly out of you. And I've often thought, why haven't I been able to write that book yet? And it's always because of my growth, because of where I'm at today and not where I was yesterday. It always feels like if I start writing the book, it's going to be an untruth. It's going to be a lie. Because at the time of writing it, it's exactly how I felt. It was very much my truth at that moment. But maybe by the time the book is published, it's no longer my truth. Maybe then if, I'm interviewed on it, I have to then re-explain, yeah, that's where I was in that space. That's how I viewed those things at that time. But no longer do I feel it that way. So I always feel like I'm going to have to recant a lot of things. And quite honestly, I think if I start the book with, this is the truth how I feel it is today, and start the expression of it in that manner, maybe I'd be able to release that. Because again, negativity is only what you feel in that moment. That's all it is what you feel in that moment. Because tomorrow it's not going to be. Now, I kind of want to go on to releasing it, why they say to release it. This one's a big one because we are grown up with not to hurt people's feelings. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Okay. And a lot of times those truths come from, quite frankly, our lives. Okay. When you think about how your life, when you're told those things and you think about them and you hold on to them, it really is a catalyst for you to hold everything inside of yourself. Okay. Because it becomes that you're in life, you end up being one of two things. Either the person's very callous and just spits out everything and end up hurting people, or you end up being that person that sucks it all in and you don't let it out. Okay. Now, when I state those two things, neither one of them is easy, and neither one of them are correct. And I know the book says to let it out, but again, it also says to do it in in a way that's not destructive. Now, I've met a lot of people, and I love the people. I love the people that are callous. I love the people just spit it out. And why? Because they tend to spit it out because they say, I have no filter. I won't lie. You get what you get, blah, blah, blah. But yes, do they do it in a destructive way? Always. They're never kind about it. They're never nice about it. And those are usually the ones that are hurting more than ever. And they will tell you, oh, I released my stuff, blah, blah, blah. But really, they got so much on the inside that they're not able to release the negativity within them. They're not able to release the pain. They're literally just so blocked in with so much pain and so much negativity that the callousness is how it shows. It just spits out and goes, oh my God, here I am. And they end up being very hurtful to people. And they really go, well, that's your problem, not my problem. Well, it really does fall back on them because, yes, it is how the person takes it, how the person receives it. I mean, with myself, you can be as callous as you want to be. And for the most part, these days, I'm going to let that bounce off me. Why? Because I'm receiving things in a much different way. And I do recognize that your truth is not my truth. But a lot of people are not there. A lot of people that's very hurtful. And those callous people that just spit out things, they tend to take the negativity part and spit it out. And it's very destructive because they have not healed their own stuff. And those are really people that have to go in and say, oh, wait a second, I need to figure this out on the inside. Now you also have the people that hold back a lot, which tends to be me. Okay. Will I tell you? Yes, always. But sometimes it takes me a little minute. Sometimes it takes me a moment to go, how am I going to release this? How am I going to state this to somebody else? Because this is how I'm feeling. Now, you'll also find that those negativities are triggered. Hey, Paula, that those negativities are triggered. Okay. And what I mean by that is we tend to mirror people. What we don't like in somebody else is something we truly don't like about ourselves. And that's a problem. It's because we are harboring that pain of our own that somebody else is reflecting. And I know with myself, this is a situation that happens. Somebody will be in front of me or talking to me, and they'll say or do something that, oh, I really don't like. I get almost angry or frustrated or hurt or whatever that might be. And it nails me to the core instantly. And I sit back and I go, and instead of firing back at them, because that's something I used to do, and I used to do it in my own little way, okay, which tended to always be in a destructive manner. Why? Because I was feeling my own pain. I was feeling my own crap on the inside. And that was coming out back at somebody. And a lot of times arguments are started that way, misunderstandings are started that way. Or you really have to go back later on, because you know what, in my case, the people around me tend to hold on to that stuff and they bring it back at me later and they go, but you did say this. And I always have to go, yes, but it's not what I meant. It did come from my mouth, but it's not what I meant on the inside. So I've learned that when somebody outside of me says something, and quite frankly, it hits me, hits that chord in me that just fires up something in me. Instead of me responding instantly, I stop with it and I sit there and I go, okay, why is this affecting me? Why is this affecting me in a negative way? What in me needs to be healed that I have not addressed? And I will do a quick soul searching. I don't always have to respond to the person. I don't always have to have a rebuttal or another message. I can look at somebody and go, I understand. That gives me all the time in the world to go within myself. And those are always beautiful triggers to go, wait a second, what is it do I need? What is it inside here that I need to sit with, that I need to go within and heal, so that the next time that happens, I don't feel that I have to defend myself or defend somebody else. Because as much as I want to live my life with passion and I want to show up for people, excuse me, and I want to have these nice, wonderful, in-depth conversations with people, what I do not want is a conversation with anybody that makes me feel on the inside like I am bubbling up and ready to explode, because that's not passion. That's not even a heated discussion. That is a mistake in my world. And I know if I have a conversation getting to that point, it's because I feel as if, number one, my opinion is the only one that's truth, which is truly never the truth. Or two, I have to heal some stuff. And those conversations are always beautiful to show me this is what I need to heal. So how do you go about going in to heal this stuff? Because I know a lot of people go to me, but I get it. I got a lot. How do I do it? How do I do it? I meet more people that are survivors. And what I mean by survivors, it is people that stuff, and literally life stops affecting them in any way, because they look at everybody else as things happen. They lived through that, been through that, not a big deal. We'll keep moving on. We'll just shove that in someplace. I got room in a toe someplace for something else. And those are people are the ones that, boy, when they finally explode, they explode, but they don't actually release anything, AKA me. Used to be me. Because survivors tend to be those people that stuff. They don't want to relive what they've been through. What they've been through is painful or hurtful. They don't want to relook at it. And those are the ones that I look at and say, it's time. If I can feel it in you, it is time for you to heal. And how do we begin that healing? We allow memories to come up. We don't try to force those memories. We don't try to force our life to happen all over again. What we do is sit there and we allow whenever a memory comes up from our past, give it the respect it deserves. Think about the memory. No matter how painful it is, feel through the memory. Think to yourself, what is it in this memory that I need to experience? What did I not understand? Give it that time. And you will find that when you do this and you get through the process of it, that memory on its own is going to just fall away. And it's no longer going to be inside of you. Will the memory come up again? Most possibly. But when it comes up the next time, it probably will not be a memory that's painful anymore, or not as painful. And it helps you to release the negativity that you have within yourself. And it helps you to view the world not through rose-colored glasses, but glasses that are clear, so that you can see things in a much bigger truth. And it helps you to feel a little bit lighter. Now you get to do this over and over again. It's kind of like peeling an onion. It sucks. I won't lie. The journey of healing, releasing negativity is not fun. I won't paint a picture of roses with that one. I wish I could, but I won't, because the pain of growth is pain. It's a lot. But once you get through it, I will tell you, life becomes very magical. Life and the experience of it, it becomes something you never thought you could be. Struggles, although we still have them, hopefully we process through them a little quicker than you used to. And you start responding to things in a negative, destructive manner, which that in itself is worth the commitment to the truth of you. And to realize that even though your truth is your truth today, it may not be somebody else's truth. Because remember, somebody else is either still harboring a lot within themselves, or in some part of that process, that journey of releasing. So your truth is not necessarily going to be their truth. And remember, that same truth you have for today, it's probably not going to be the same truth you have in a year or two. Because as you grow and you see things in a much bigger picture, and you release that negativity, and you release that harm that you've been doing to yourself, you really do begin that whole trek of enlightenment. The sad thing is you're never going to get to the very tip of enlightenment in this lifetime, or any lifetime. We keep coming back for more lessons on that, for more experiences, for more understandings. But I know that in this lifetime, I'm doing as much as I can to release those negativities for a better truth for today, so that I can grow one for tomorrow. And to realize, and this is the neatest thing, is because when you get to a point when you finally realize wisdom is there, is when you look back and you kind of laugh at yourself and you go, wow, did I really think that? And then you think about the time you were in and how you were at that point. And it's magical to go, wow, I've come a long way. So continue that journey, you guys. Continue that journey of looking in for what you are deeming negative, which is harmful to you. And help yourself to heal those things. Help yourself to release those things. It's going to be a good moment for when you realize, when you start listening to your body. I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this. But when you start listening to your own body, okay, you listen and hear. Whether it is something else said something to you, or you're saying it, and it just doesn't resonate, and it's something you kind of harbor on, and it just doesn't quite leave your mind, and your body just doesn't feel good. No, that is something that you need to release. I know I did something like that this weekend. Somebody stated something to me. I didn't like it when they said it. And I had to sit with it. I didn't respond right away. I went, what is it they're saying that I am not liking? I had to go and sit with it. And when I came back to him another time. We need to talk. I didn't care for when you said this. It didn't feel right to me. I heard what you said, and I understand it to be your truth. But this is my truth for my actions. And it was beautiful because it was a moment that I needed to stand up for myself. They needed to stand up for themselves, and two people in their power go, oh, okay. And releasing what was hard in here. So I hope throughout this week, you take those moments yourself to start understanding yourself, understanding your body, understanding your mind, and allowing yourself to see those things that you need to continue to work on, to release, and to realize that a lot of times those things are triggered when other people show up in your life. So I hope you have fun with that one, because this week, guys, is going to be a more difficult week than most. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have our 5-card stud. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network.
Discover Strains of the Earth, your go-to destination for all things holistic. This family-owned dispensary in Jordan and Carver offers a curated collection of high-quality CBD products such as topicals, tinctures, and more. Their knowledgeable staff members can guide you with expert recommendations and responsible usage tips. Explore the selection at strainsoftheearth.com and enjoy convenient delivery right to your home. Strains of the Earth, saving the world with cannabis. Can you harm yourself using energy medicine? The answer is yes. Gail Lynn, the creator of the Harmonic Egg products for commercial and home use, has been involved in the field of energy medicine for the past 15 years. In her experience, Gail has witnessed cases where people have faced negative consequences due to the improper use of energy medicine. Some individuals did not allow the sessions to integrate properly or exposed their bodies to beneficial energies for extended periods, leading to harmful effects. This can cause the body to go into a defense, flight, or fight mode, creating confusion within the body despite the positive nature of the energy. There is also the potential risk of hiring a wounded healer who may unintentionally hurt their clients. For those reasons and more, she is committed to educating people about the safe and appropriate use of energy medicine. For those interested in learning more, Gail provides videos, articles, and other resources at harmonicegg.com. Contact her directly at info@harmonicegg.com to find out about safe and effective energy healing products and services.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is DeEtte here with the School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. Wow, I liked that last commercial. That last commercial I feel it kind of talked about everything we've been talking about, like the wounded healer. I'll tell you, that's a whole nother story in itself, guys. That's a whole nother story because, quite frankly, I cannot tell you how many healers that I know out there that are amazing healers, but they got junk in the trunk and they're not looking at themselves. They're not healing it. And they're going to go into a healing with it. And all they're doing is passing on their stuff onto somebody else. Never good. Never good. So I'm going to tell you, anytime that you go to have a healing, anytime that you're going to sit with somebody, take some time, even if it's an appointment you're going to end up canceling, show up. Show up, have those conversations, feel them out. What does their energy feel like? Are they saying, oh my God, I had a rough day today, blah, blah, blah. Walk away, cancel that appointment and tell them, you know what? You're not in a place to heal right now. You're not in a place to heal me right now. I don't want to take that on. And I know that's really hard, but quite frankly, nobody needs to take on somebody else's junk. Nobody does. And why? If you're going for healing, why do you want to heal somebody else's or take on their stuff? You're going there for yourself to be healed. So always, every time you show up, I don't care if your healer's your best friend. Every time you show up, talk to them, feel them out. If they're in that place, don't allow them to put energy on you because it's not good. Okay, guys, we're doing the Dreams of Gaia Tarot by Ravynne Phelan. This is a 2-part series, guys. Remember, we did the cards last week of this one. the Message Oracle, which was a really good deck. So let's go ahead to this one. The philosophy of Dreams of Gaia Tarot is simple. To seek, to feel, to grow, to heal. This deck will straighten your connection to your divine self, with helping you to identify and heal past experiences that hold you back from living your fullest potential. Learn to recognize when times of growth and change are approaching and face them with confidence and a sense of anticipation. Learn when to take action and when to be still. Learn to trust in your intuition. By offering structure in the form of a major and minor arcana like that of past tarots, but combining them with bold new archetypes, symbology, and meanings more suited to the present, the Dreams of Gaia Tarot allows for a more personal, intimate, and effective system for using cards as a roadmap to navigate your life path. Embark on this extraordinary journey of undoing, of being and becoming, and be inspired by the knowledge that all that manifests in your future is born of choices you make today. Now, is this not what we've been talking about today? Oh my gosh. Can you tell? I got some stuff to release apparently. Apparently I got some stuff to release. All I'm doing is choking on my own throat chakra. I like this tarot deck. I like it. Just like last week's, they put a nice little piece of paper just to protect the design. You know, why it's sitting there before it's shipped. I love all that. So, oh my gosh, this book, it's a bigger book. It's a bigger book, guys. Oh, it's heavy. It's heavy. Last week's book was small, remember? It says to seek, to feel, to grow, to heal. I'm in love with this already. True to tarot, it's Ace of Earth, integrities. It's got, I will tell you what is this? It is the minor arcana. They got a lot on the major arcana. Oh my gosh, this is a full out book to, I would say, learn tarot on. Because I'm trying to get to the front of this. Oh my gosh, look at this. This much is on the major arcana. This, a good portion of this, all of this is the minor arcana. That's a heavy book, guys. That's a heavy book. I kind of like this. There's a lot in here. It does have different spreads, so it's really nice. It has an introduction. It does a lot. So this is a good book. I will tell you, if you're starting to learn tarot, these are the books, these are the things that I go to look for when you're just begin with tarot. Yes, William Rider-Waite is an amazing deck, and trust me, most of these decks are really kind of offsprings of that system. But when you're going to if you want to learn tarot, this is the type of book I go for, guys. These ones that have so much information, and they tend to give more than what you're expecting. So that's my 2 cents on that. Heavy duty cards. I love this. Tarot cards will always feel heavy in your hand. And this has got some weight. This has got some weight. And I like it when they got some weight. Oh my gosh. The designs. We're just going to look at some of the designs. Look at that. Gorgeous. Simply stunning. Love this. Oh my gosh. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. So we're going to do some shuffling here as we talk for a little bit, guys. We're going to do some shuffling because why? These are some cards. And again, these are tarot cards. So I don't want to just give you, excuse me, the page of this, the page of this, the king of this, all in the same suit. We don't want to do that. We want to see what we're going to get as a whole, as a 5-card stub, because we are working on some stuff. So these readings are literally to say, hey, what do we got each week? What are we working on? So with this, guys, 5-card stud, if you've never listened to me before on this, you can pick 1 card, 2 cards, all the cards, whatever you want. This is for you and what you need in life. You can also go into this and have essentially 6 readings. Why? Because you can pick, a different question per card for the first 5, because once we're done, I go back and go, here's the reading when I throw all the cards together and what they mean as a whole. And with that, you can have your sixth question. Okay. I was just told in my head to shuffle, but instead of just cutting and taking from the top, we're going to pull cards throughout. We're going to pull cards throughout and see what we got there. Okay. So there we go. figure that out. I would take that as a jumper, but like 30 cards came out as a jumper. We're not doing that. It's a big clump. Okay, we got them kind of shuffled up here. And they're all over the floor, so maybe that's our 5-card stud there. Who knows? Okay. So apparently this is what we're doing. These are thick cards too. So number 1 is choice. The first card, number 1, is choice. Look at that. I love that. This one I think is a no-brainer. When I look into this, I'm going that if you pick card number 1, you got some choices to make. You have a lot of different ways to go. There's a lot of different angles at that. There's a lot of different ways to kind of go about things. And I do believe that you've got some decisions to make. Now, I know that sounds kind of like, oh, well, don't we all have some decisions? But yes, but I do feel like when you're looking at this, that all the decisions kind of feel like they're coming from the same place, are going to have maybe the same outlook. They're pretty similar. And I do feel like you need to take some time to sit with the choices, because although there is no wrong direction in life, we always like to think that, oh my gosh, if I make this, it's going to be a bad decision. Well, no, it's not going to be a bad decision. Why? Because there is no bad choices in life. I mean, unless you're going to kill somebody, end up in prison for the right. That's a bad decision. But when it comes to anything, outside of really locking yourself up or hurting somebody else, there's not going to be any bad decisions within your life as long as it doesn't hurt somebody else. But it's time for you to sit with this. It's time for you to sit with what you are thinking about, what your choices are, what is the best possible journey for you. This is not going to be outcome, because within it, that this first choice is only going to lead to another choice and to another choice. So it is not going to be the outcome. It is the journey. What is your best choice for the journey that you want? And that's what this card number 1 is. So take some time to think about that. Card number 2 is the body and mind. Body and mind. Wow. That card, I think I'm going to kind of go to the book. I know in my head what I'm thinking it is, but I feel like I need to go into the book. It is card number 11. Card number 11. Body and mind. Got to get to it really quick. That's really weird. That's really weird, because their body and mind is, where am I at with this? Maybe I have to go to the Roman numerals because, or to see if there is a thing in here. Because. It is so weird, guys. That is so weird. We're going to have to just kind of kick this one, because body and mind. Oh, is that what this is? I don't know what this is. It is so weird here, because I'm going body and mind and trying to figure out what the heck it's talking about here. And quite frankly, I thought it was a major arcana, but it's not showing up in here anywhere. So it feels like a bonus card someplace, which is just very, very strange. It's very, very strange. Hold on. Oh, I like this. So body and mind is actually part of the minor arcana. Oh my gosh, 219. I'm glad I decided to go to the book, because I will tell you what, I would have just went, oh, that's a major arcana. It's not a major arcana. Oh my God, I love that, Courtney. I love that, because I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? And body and mind is actually a minor arcana card versus a larger one. And if I will tell you what it is, it's the symbology on here. When you look at the symbol on the bottom, so versus having spades and cups and all that wonderful stuff, you got different symbols. The symbols are what is running the cards. So when I'm looking at this one, it's body and mind. It says keywords are the imagination, reality, fact, opinion, body, mind, open mind, and narrow mind. And that's kind of what I was thinking, and we're going towards with it. As they are linked. Thank you. And we're looking at this. So if you pick this card, it's really starting to go on an internal thing here. It's really starting going on an internal thing. And where are you sitting in your life? Are you being open-minded? Are you being narrow-minded? Where are you at in this journey of you? So picking card number 2 is within a situation, because you're looking at things like you're already in the heat of chaos within your mind or your heart if you pick card number 2. And it's looking at like, oh my God, am I being defensive? Am I being closed-minded? Am I being too ridiculous? Am I being too harsh? Am I? And is it related to my life and how I feel about it? Or what is this going on? So I do feel like if you pick card number 2, it's time for you to sit back and go, whoa, I need to rethink my thoughts. I need to think about where I'm at in life and how I'm taking off about this. And that's what card number 2 is. So it's like you've already made your decisions, but it's time for you to go back and go, what was this about? Card number 3, the child. That looks so innocent to me. Being a card I've never seen in the deck or what they meant. We're just going to look at some keywords to see what they mean by the keywords. It says a new beginnings, innocence, of course. Magic, divine love, trust, hope, forgiveness, awareness, potential, anticipation, and dependency. Excuse me, my throat chakra. This reading this week must be really affected me. I need some work. I have some stuff I need to work on, clearly. So when you're looking at the child, if you pick number 3 in that child card, you have some new beginnings. And I do believe these are new beginnings within your own life. This isn't necessarily like, oh my gosh, I have a new job. I have a new bowl. I have a new whatever. This is new beginnings within yourself. And you're really looking at yourself and where you're going on in life. Okay. And I won't say that this is always easy, because when you start with a new beginnings, you're starting with a new you. Okay. It's really a new you because you're looking at things from a different way of being, a different aspect. Okay. So remember, pick card number 3. It's a new beginning. It's a new start. It's a new way of life. It's a new look on life. And that's where you're sitting at with that. My gosh, my throat chakra is not liking me with this, guys. Card number 4. Ooh, card number 4. How gorgeous is that? Now I have to look at the symbol. You feel that one, huh, Courtney? Oh my gosh, I know I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh my gosh, my throat. I have to look for the symbol pictures. And then once I find the symbol, I can look up the card to go, where are we at? Okay, I found the symbol. Be interested. In this book, I think you have to do a lot to go through the symbols to figure out what the symbols mean. And then I think it gives an even more. Thank you. Me too. It's been horrible. I've finally gotten through my truth of stuff. And now I'm hitting another point of life. So card number 4 is intimacy, closeness, trust, commitment, reconciliation, quality, union, codependency, and taking sides. Card number 4, I'm honestly looking at this more of that trust and commitment and reconciliation, those aspects than everything. Because when I looked at this card, that's really that's what hit me. That truly is what hit me, is the closeness. It's kind of like looking at the lover's choice or card and seeing that you have, it's a choice to start bringing things together. It's a choice to start committing. Okay. That's what intimacy tends to be at the end of the day. My throat chakra is just killing me. My gosh, I'll tell you what, this reading is hard for me to chew on. I thank you, Courtney. So I do believe this is about you coming in with you. You've got something within your life that you have to make a choice on. And I do believe it's a reconciliation that's coming in. It's about intimacy. It's about bringing things together. And this card is really telling you that if you're sitting there in that part of your life, it's about bringing things back together, things that may have fallen apart or things that have kind of gone away. And a lot of times we say, gosh, if it's in the past, leave in the past. But sometimes we have to revisit some of those things. And this card is telling you to come back and reconcile. That's what it's about, bringing it back together and reconciling. Let's do the last card, okay? We've been just picking randomly out of this deck, and this thing is going, oh my gosh. And the last one is the crone. Of course, it's got the raven. It's got the raven. No wonder why I'm choking on things. The crone card. And this is going to be a major arcana because it has got no symbolization in there. To me, I want to go straight to that raven and just talk about the raven. But I think this is more about the crone and being in a certain place within your life. Of course, the sage is after the crone. It is a feminine power, fearlessness, authenticity, individuality, independence, new purpose, freedom, and shadow self. And I'm going to tell you, I do feel like it's more the independence and it's the freedom when I'm looking at this. I love it. Dang, Dee, I love it. So when we're looking at this, I do believe it is the freedom. It is that about being fearless within yourself, because I do believe that if you pick card number 5, you're sitting in that space of going, oh my God, should I do this? Should I do that? Yes, do it. Show up. Get it done. Get it done. Move on. We are done with the days of sitting there going, yeah, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do it. We're done with that. We're done with that. We're done with going, oh my gosh, I can't make this decision or that decision. We're done with all that. It is about hike your skirt up and jump in the water. That's what this card's about. It's about moving forward, pushing through, and taking literally life by the reins and running with it is what this card's all about. So take that, be fearless, make the decision, jump in and run with it, because you're a very independent person. And again, there's not going to be a wrong choice. It's just the choice you're using right now until you get to the next choice. Card number 1 was choice. Card number 2 was body, mind. Card number 3 is child. 4 was the 2 of, I don't know what it is, but it is really about that reconciliation. 5 was the crone. When I'm looking at all these 3, when I'm looking at all 5 of these cards, I'm telling you, this deck, it feels like it's all about self, all about going in with yourself. This week, it's all about digging deep and going into the shadow, doing some shadow work, quite frankly, because you're right on the cusp of a new beginning. You're right there, like it's about to happen. You just have to finish a few more things in order to break through and say, here I am. It's reconciling with who you used to be, So often when we look at our life, we don't want to look at who we used to be. We want to take that person and throw it away. Well, it's about bringing it together, rejoining with your past, reconciling with because those are the things that made you truly who you are today and giving you the understanding of who you are. Make sure to know that these are choices this is a choice you have to make. Is this what you want to do? Is this where you're going? I'm going to say, when you start this journey, is this what I want? Do I want to change? Do I want to grow? Do I want to be a new person? And if you do, I want you to nail this. I want you to just literally hike your skirt up, hike your pants up, and jump into that water. Make those decisions, because it's about that shadow work. It's about bringing stuff up. But trust me, when you get through it, that new beginning's right on the other side. It's not that far off. So I hope you enjoyed this. This deck is a depth of a deck. I will tell you what, I love this deck. I won't even lie. This is a deck that I will sit with. I will learn. I want to know these cards. Boom, boom, boom. Without a doubt. This is a deck, guys, that I will, without any hesitation, would spend the time to get to know and make it my favorite deck ever for tarot. I love a lot of cards. Don't get me wrong, but I do like the approach they took on this. I like the easiness of reading. A lot of times, I teach people to look at the pictures and go with it, but a lot of tarot decks are hard to do that. Why? Because tarot is such an ancient art of reading the cards and understanding the different nuances of all of them. This one gave you beautiful imagery to be able to do all that with and really be able to put a fantastic reading together. So I hope you truly, truly enjoyed that. Yes, you can have that, baby. Give it to me.
I'll toss it.
No tossing it.
I'm not kidding.
Thank you. But I do believe this is a deck worthy of putting your time and your effort into.
Woof woofy.
Your woof woofy. Want me to push it up a little bit? Here. No, leave that alone, baby. No, you're gonna break things. Bring your arm out. Thank you, baby. Again, this is where's the book? It is the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. I love this deck. I truly, truly love this deck. So there is that. Where am I going to be this weekend? It is a little girl's 7th birthday. That's where I'm going to be this weekend, is at a 7th birthday party for this bright little child that we all know so well. She's growing up, guys. This weekend, she did her business. She did tarot. She did Evelyn's temporary tattoos. She made well over $100 doing temporary tattoos. She's a little rock star. Really professional. She's really kicking it. Of course, she played a lot too, but I will tell you what, a community that just helped her and let her grow and prosper. And they helped her with her little business like none other, which is amazing. And I love the fact that they do that for her. So what do I have going on? I do have my beginners class that did start this last Wednesday. It's not too late to join it if you want, only because the first 2 weeks is a ton of education, stuff that you can read. And really, I can get you up to speed quite quickly if you want to do that. If you do, message me directly at DeEtte Renee on Messenger. You can always email me at medium@deetterenee.com. Whatever you want. You can also go straight to the website and just hit register and then send me a message that you're registered for it. We'll get you up to speed. That class is $250. It really is a small price to pay for the amount that you're going to get for your buck on this class, guys. This class is about all those people that have some tickle tummies. They have some information coming in. They're not quite sure where they're at in life. And it really just helps you to kind of really navigate yourself and bring yourself in. Will you learn to do readings? Definitely. But it's really more about learning yourself and getting rid of anxiety or helping you to control that. A lot of anxiety a lot of us are feeling these days. So, booyah. With that being said, guys, I'm going to bid you farewell. I hope you all had a great day. Thank you for joining me here on School Through Spirit. If you want to share us with your friends, your family, we are on Podbeam, on the Edge Network. So you can go to pretty much all of your major podcast forums, and you're going to find me there on the Edge Network. You can always go to my YouTube channel, DeEtte72, and find all the past there in the lives. You guys have a great day, guys. We'll see you next Monday here on School Through Spirit with DeEtte, your host, the Edge Network. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.